Hey everybody, it's Austin the Dark Lord here. This video I'm putting up is a bit late, but I didn't want it to be really short, so went to Walmart, got 5 packs. My girlfriend got them for me. She got a tattoo today, so I went with her, and she bought me 5 packs. I'm gonna open these 5 packs, see what I get. Then we're gonna go over the winners of the meme, or the first place winner of the meme, and some new rules for those challenges. So, as we start with the first pack, I'll also go over some cards that I'm happy to see back. For example, Child Knight, I'm happy to see that one back. Happy to know that Deadly Recluse is back. And we have Sandra's Phoenix as the rare in this one. So, that's not a bad card. Price went down though extremely, so it kind of makes me sad. Not one of the cards I want, but you know, whatever, right? It's rare. People might be looking for it. Wow. Okay, so we got 2 rares here. Colonia Hydra. Happy to see that one, because that one's pretty expensive. And we have a foil Mind Sparker. Yeah, that one's pretty cool. First strike, whenever an opponent casts a white spell, blue instant, or sorcery spell, Mind Sparker deals 2 damage to that player. So that one's pretty cool. That's a foil rare. So we have 3 rares. Colonia Hydra actually is trample. Colonia Hydra enters the battlefield with 4 +1/+1 counters on it. Whenever Colonia Hydra attacks, double that number of +1/+1 counters on each creature you control. So that one's pretty cool. Nothing too exciting that came back. And what makes me happy is another Sliver token, and it's the cool Sliver token. So, you know, that makes me really happy. I think there's a price for them because it's the first time Sliver tokens have ever showed up. There's a price on that one. I'm not sure about the other ones though. Haven't seen any of the other ones. So another card I want, Shadowborn Apostle. It's a really good card. I like the idea behind it, and the ability is just great. Then we have Shivan Dragon, another Sliver token. That makes me even more happy. Shivan Dragon, it's a rare. You know, whoop whoop. Not a big deal. Happy Cancels back. That's pretty much it. I mean, packs are actually looking pretty good so far. Especially that Colonia Hydra makes me happy. Someone's gonna want that. Or I might just keep it. But we'll see. Foil Blur Sliver in the Garruk's Horde is the rare in this one. The foil Blur Sliver makes me happy because that's definitely going to go into my deck. Garruk's Horde. I will go over the cards again if I didn't show them. Sorry for that. I mean, Elvish Mystic, I mean, it's the new, you know, Llanowar. It's all good, though. And then we got Lifebane Zombie. Lifebane Zombie, it's a 3-cost Intimidate. When Lifebane Zombie enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals his or her hand. You choose a green or white creature card from it. Exile that card. So, by a lot of these cards that I've just seen, I'm not sure if it's just me, but they all seem like they are mainly color based. So that's all the packs. Actually happy. So I'm gonna go over this again, and not in the way I opened them. Most likely, you know, cool stuff, shit I wanted, and so 2 more silver tokens. I think that artwork's actually pretty beast. There you guys go. We got Lifebane Zombie. As I said, it's 2 black, 1 colorless. Creature, zombie, warrior, intimidate. When Lifebane Zombie enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals his or her hand. You choose a green or white creature card from it and exile that card. It's a 3/1. Then we have Garruk Sword. You can get that in a starter deck foil, but it's a 7 cost. Trample. Plays with the top card of your library revealed. You may cast the top card of your library if it's a creature card. So that's a 7/7, and if it's a creature card, you may cast it. So Shivan Dragon. I actually have an old one of these. Shivan Dragon. It's a 6 cost flying. Pay a green. Shivan Dragon gets +1 until end of turn. It's a 5/5, 2 blue, 4 colorless. The other one was 2 green, 5 colorless. And Sandra's Phoenix. This was a very popular card in M12. Sandra's Phoenix, 2 red, 1 colorless. Flying haste whenever opponent is dealt damage by a red instant or sorcery spell you control, or a red planeswalker you control. Return Sandra's Phoenix from your graveyard to your hand. So I'm not sure if people are going to be looking for that, but that's a fancy card there. Then we have Mind Sparker. So this is foil. I'm going to show you that it's foil to all of you guys. So Mind Sparker says it's a 2 red, 1 colorless. It's an elemental. So first strike, and whenever an opponent casts a white or blue instant or sorcery spell, Mind Sparker deals 2 damage to that player. And it's a 3/2. All these are up for trade, and then this one I'll accept cash for, or some cards I may be looking for. Colonia Hydra. It's a 5 cost, 2 green, 3 colorless. Trample. Colonia Hydra enters the battlefield with 4 +1/+1 counters on it. Whenever Colonia Hydra attacks, double the number of +1/+1 counters on each creature you control. So you know, if you have a counter deck, so just imagine that. Have him attack. You know, he has 4 +1/+1 counters, so they double. They come up to 8, and then if you have, you know, everyone's favorite Hydra, what is it? Primordial Hydra, I believe it is. This is the thing they come in and at Walmart. Like the hourglass shape, it's very outgoing, but not some bad pulls. Cards that I'm happy to see is the foil Blur Sliver, because it's shiny and it's foil. And then Shadowborn Apostle. I am trying to build a deck based around this mechanic, more for the shits and giggles. Cards I'm happy to see back. I'm kind of happy they brought a Mana Bro back, which is the Elvish Visionary. So Lulana War dude. Happy to see that back. Some of these I've never seen before, so I can't really say much about it. Happy to see Phantom Warrior back. He's going to be very popular just because he's unblockable. Like I said, happy to see Cancel get back. There's not really much I'm like excited to see back, you know. There are some, definitely Child of the Night is one of them I'm glad to see back. There's not many in here I'm like super excited to see back, or not, you know, too stoked. But I mean, there's a few cards that I'm happy to see back. I mean, I will be getting a box eventually. I will do an opening for that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I will put up a price. I will see if I can find. I'll check my TCG player and see what the price is for Colonia Hydra. I mean, go ahead, correct me if I'm wrong about that. Like I said, I know it's highly expensive. I'm actually shocked that I pulled a Colonia Hydra. that's definitely going into my expensive rare book. I do have expensive trades and non-expensive trade binders, just so you know, let you guys know. So Colonia Hydra, it's going for $26.50 apparently. So check that out. See see what I could get for it. It's not a bad card. I'm not sure if anyone's looking for that. Message me on Facebook or see you guys at Friday Night Magic if any of you guys want it. All these are technically for trade. I'm not sure about the Saunders Phoenix and Mind Sparker. I will have to talk to my teammate about that. But that's pretty much everything. I'm happy about the silver tokens a lot. But before I end this podcast, we do have the cards to go over. I almost forgot about those. So I did write them down on a little piece of paper. So I will be reading them off the way they are written on the paper. So don't blame me. So first place actually goes to Jesse. He got the Gears of War poster. He's picking it. I'll tell you guys that at the end of the video because tell you at the beginning of the video, it ruins the whole thing. One does not simply is what he won with. There's a 2 colorless red hybrid blue. Can't be countered. It's an instant. One does not simply. Choose one, redirect target non-creature spell or counter target spell. One does not simply play a spell as they wish. So if they do have a great flavor text, I'll be reading those. We had a 5-way tie for second, shockingly. Not many entered this, by the way. Grumpy Cat, which is by Sean. Zero colorless, legendary creature, Beastly Cat. Rarity is special, so that's the first time I've seen special be used. When Grumpy Cat comes into play, or comes into the battlefield, negate all meme cards. That's a nice card you have there. Not Infinity. I believe one is not simply was a rare. So I noticed a lot of us don't really go below rares, mythics. This one's by me. It's Raptor Jesus. 3 green. Planeswalker, Rapture, Mythic. +1. Endgame in a tie. +2. Make a 0/3 green Raptor Jesus Disciple token. -5 Raptor Jesus wins the game. Loyalty counter start with 5. So Raptor Jesus is an old meme. It was one of my favorite actually back in the day. Then we have, I believe, this is right, Mocking Troll, which is by Gabe. Mocking Troll, 1 colorless, black green hybrids, 2 of those. Creature Troll, rare. Sacrifice Mocking Troll, each player loses 1 life. 0, regenerate Mocking Troll. So, and there's no flavor text for that one, shockingly. Then we have Challenge Accepted. He did spell that wrong. It's spelled right in the picture, so that's the only problem I see with it. I mean, I don't see many problems in a lot of these. I mean, they've all gotten better. 0, challenge accepted. Instant. It's a trap. Mythic. Make a challenge your opponent may or may not accept. If your opponent does not accept, you win the game. Your opponent may say challenge accepted if they accept. Challenge accepted is what the flavor text is. That's also made by Sean. That also came in second. So the way I see that working is, I mean, as long as they accept the challenge, I don't think it needs to be completed. It doesn't say that in the rules, so I mean as long as they accept it, do it, but don't complete it to the fullest extent. Like, oh, go pull me a foil Colonia Hydra, and they buy a pack and they don't pull it. They still accepted the challenge, but it didn't say that they had to complete it. So And then by Dylan, the Alpha Wolf, we have Table Flip. 2 colorless, 2 red, instant. Gather all permanents on the field. 1 pile. Oh, first uncommon. You and your opponent must agree on dividing line between the 2 sides of the field. Once this is decided, draw the pile of cards near the middle. Any card that are at least 55% on one side go to that side. Any that fall off the table and that are disputable are sent to the graveyard. Play resumes with the new playing field like normal, so that can actually screw you over depending on how it drops. So that, and then we have a 4-way tie for third. First one is YOLO. You only vote once is the flavor text. Oh, that's uncommon as well, I see. 2 colorless, 1 white, YOLO, enchantment. Creature cards cannot return to the player's hand, library, or the battlefield from the graveyard. Creatures can't be regenerated. You only live once. That's also by hat. That's a very interesting card. We have another one, Rage Guy. XX red, instant, mythic. You may only cast Rage Guy in response to an opponent's spell being played. Deal the first X amount of damage to all creatures on the field. If no creature and or opponent has at least 1 creature with Rage Guy, when Rage Guy is resolved, you either deal the second X amount to yourself or forfeit the game. Otherwise, the second X amount is dealt to your opponent. Now, thing is, double X doesn't work like that. So, good example is Entreat the Angels. Double X says, okay, you pay X, you pay 1X, you have to pay another X, and then you pay the white. So if it's 3 white, 2X, you're going to pay white, and then 1 for that X, 1 for the other X. So that gets you 1 angel token. So you have to pay 4 to get 2 angel tokens. It's a very complex thing. I always wondered how that worked. And then Velociraptor, 2 blue. Instant, rare, cancel target player, spell with a philosophy. I made that one. I thought it was funny. And then last but not least, we have Insanity Wolf, which is also by Jesse. 3 colorless, a blue and a black. All players must put the top half of their deck rounded up into the graveyard. Sorcery. That all players put a creature card from their graveyard onto the battlefield under their control. So he put the text literally on the picture and then put the picture inside the game. I don't know the rarity because there is not. And he actually did put his planeswalker name, Jesse the Assassin. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I have for this video. That reminds me, before I bring up the next challenge, next challenge winner gets a poster. Now, the new rule with the challenges is, let me get the poster so I can show you guys. It may be late, but it's a Gate Crash pre-release poster, so if you like Gideon and Aurelia, there's a poster for you. Now, if no one accepts the prize, as I say, so let's say I win and I don't accept the prize. The prize gets moved on to the next competition. So if the prize is not accepted, it gets moved on to the next competition. The land from the packs. Woohoo. That's pretty much what happens. I mean, there's really nothing else to talk about. That's pretty much what happens. Prizes get moved on. Now, I know how people go, oh, I hate it when people copy me. You know what? That's fine depending on the challenge. Just as long, I mean, the only way I'm gonna, yes, I'll bring it up if it's a copy and say, so in other words, let's say I copied someone's card and it said exactly the same thing, but I posted up later than someone else, okay? And since that wasn't the first entry of the same card, that card will be disqualified. I will not put it up on the poll, so I will put a comment on it saying your post is disqualified, you may post another one. We do have I posted a new banner up. It's turned around and it says Planeswalkers Incorporated. I also changed our profile pictures. Jason the Mind Sculptor, and it says PWI in the center if you can't read that. Those are new. Everyone that is part of the PWI crew will eventually get a jacket once we change the mana symbols, and they will say our names on the back of them, our Planeswalker names. Also, for you that are wondering about Austin's Quest 2, Episode 2, we'll try to get that done as soon as possible. We have been slacking a lot. Jobs get in the way, school gets in the way. So we will try to get that done as soon as possible. I mean, technically all we need to do is a quick film and slideshow of a few pictures, talking about... You guys will see. So, the new challenge that Jesse picked is Pokemon. He didn't say what generation, so it could be any generation. This, I think, is going to be interesting. I already have mine. I'll be posting those as soon as I post this video up and post the challenge name. So as soon as the challenge name is up and this video is up, you can post the cards. So, that's it for this podcast. Austin the Dark Lord out. See you guys Friday.